for watching Numbskull News, and today Dak wins. He gets everything he wants, a 4-year deal. As a matter of fact, I went onto the internet and I found the particulars of the deal, at least everything that's known so far. Wrote it down from USA Today. You can go and look it up your damn self. But for the purposes of making this video, I went ahead and wrote everything down on a piece of paper because I'm old school. So here we go. It's a 4-year deal. $160 million, $126 million guaranteed, $66 million signing bonus. That averages out to about $42 million a year. That's a shit ton of money for a quarterback who was 8-8 in 2019 and barely won a game, miracled his way to one win in a year where he spent most of the year on the bench, hurt with a ripped off foot. But I will be honest about it. There are 2 years at the end of the deal. So it's like a 6-year deal, but the 2 years don't count because they're voided. It's a weird loophole that they have. Essentially, they could push a lot of money towards the end of that. I'm going to come back around and talk more about it, but it's a weird deal. But yeah, congratulations to Dak. And it's funny. I was looking on YouTube and guys like Vok Lombardi and Tom Downey from the Dallas Cowboys report. I mean, they're both of them doing live streams. I'm sure there's a lot more out there popping champagne like they're the ones getting paid. It's kind of, I'm like, okay. Well, here's the deal. All right. I'm a fan of both those channels. I'm a subscriber to both those channels, and they do great work. They do better work than I do. I mean, they're more talented than me. Okay. So I'm not talking shit on those guys. I just have a disagreement when it comes to Dak with both those channels and those two individuals. I like Dak, and I've been a major supporter of Dak. I'm not a Dak hater by any stretch of the imagination. I've been a defender of Dak's for the first 3 years. I mean, you had people all over the national media giving him shit, talking about, dinking Dak, he barely ever gets 200 yards in a game and yada, yada, yada. And my whole point has always been, well, he may not be an elite quarterback, but he helps you win games. All right. He's a steady hand. Is it a bus driver type of deal? Yeah, but he's a bus driver who can make some plays for you as well. He can take off running. He can be dangerous in the red zone, things like that. So I've always enjoyed Dak. I like having Dak on the team. I like him being the quarterback. I just don't like how they've used him the last, 2019 and whatever he did play in 2020. But to those people who are just shitting themselves over Dak Prescott getting paid and loving it, all I'm going to say is now it counts. Okay, I don't want to hear any excuses for Dak anymore. I don't want to hear a damn thing. If we're 8-8 next year, that's a problem. Because here's the thing about those 2 years at the end of the deal. Those 2 years will make it so Dak Prescott this year will only count around $27 million against the cap, which means we're going to have a butt ton of cap space. We can go out in the free agency and sign other players. I'm sure we will, especially defensive players. Possibly keep Michael Gallup, we'll see. But there's no more excuses for Dak as far as what he does. What are the results? Because there's no other quarterbacks in this division. I mean, you got Jalen Hurts. I'm not scared of Jalen Hurts. He's decent, but he couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat. Dak is a far better passer than him. Am I scared of Daniel Jones? No. I mean, some of the New York fan base is scared of Daniel Jones, but I'm not scared of Daniel Jones. And Washington, they got a really good defense. They don't have a quarterback right now. They do not have a quarterback. So next year, the Dallas Cowboys damn well better win this division. There is no excuse. You're the only team with a legit quarterback right now. Overpaid as he may be, right now he's only going to count $27 million against the cap. You better get the division. And that's not even going to be good enough. You better go on a run. I better see the Dallas Cowboys in the NFC Championship next year. Because now your window is really, really small. Because I'm not sure what he's going to count against the cap in 2022, the second year of this deal. You know, I'm going to imagine it's somewhere in the mid 30s, maybe upper 30s. But the thing about those 2 years at the end of the deal, all right, sooner or later, the piper has to get paid. See, all these other channels, and I'm sure a lot of the national news is going to be all over this deal saying, oh, what a great deal. See, you see, Jerry, you should have done it a long time ago, blah, 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 blah. Number one, they've been trying to sign him for 2 fucking years. So I don't want to hear that crap. Number two, that doesn't mean necessarily just because Dak got paid that now you're going to have success. Money does not create success. But what it does create is expectations. And with a shit ton of money comes a shit ton of responsibility. Dak's responsibility now is to win games. And Dallas better win a shit ton of games with a quarterback making that kind of damn scratch. I don't care if he puts up all the numbers in the world in a sorry ass division. I don't care if he beats the living hell out of some suck ass 2-win team. I don't care about that. I don't care if he puts up 1 million points in the second half because the Cowboys are already down by 3 touchdowns. I don't care about that. Cowboys better win the division and go on a playoff run. And I'm just going to guess you got about a 2-year window to make that happen. Because in the third year, all right, Dak's going to count probably 40-something million dollars against the cap. The fourth year, it's probably going to be pushing 50. And by the way, who knows if he's back after 4 years? Because you're going to be paying him in 5 and 6. Regardless of whether he's back or not. You're going to be paying him. So you better hope like hell he's not asking for $50+ million in 3 years, because he can come back in 3 years for more money. And that's what he's going to do, because Dak's all about the damn money. That's all his little brother's all about. That's what apparently his family's all about. That's what everybody's all about, is the money, the money, the money. Show me the wins. I don't care if you get paid if you're an elite guy. Dak's not an elite guy. As much as I like Dak, as much as I've defended Dak in the past, I can't defend him on his talent because it's not there, folks. He's decent. He's a good quarterback. He's a franchise quarterback. He's a borderline top 10 guy. Most years you could probably squeeze him in if you want to. I know I have in the past. But, you know, everyone's fooling themselves on what Dak Prescott is. So overall, I think it was a mistake. I think the Cowboys should have moved on. I've made several videos stating that, and I'm going to stand by it. And you know what? I really hope Dak Prescott proves me wrong. I hope this man becomes a world beater next year and the year after. Because once his contract comes in and we can't afford to pay other players and keep other players, we can't afford to go out and get free agents, then it really will all be on Dak. So we're going to see. We're going to see what he's worth over the next 3-4 years. We're going to find out. And I hope I'm wrong. I'm just going to be honest. I hope I'm wrong. I hope Dak Prescott turns into an elite guy, or at least a borderline top 5 guy. I hope he is that. But I have this feeling, I have this feeling that the Cowboys just shit the bed. He acquiesced. They took the easy route. They gave Dak everything he wanted. But are we going to get, as a fan base, everything that we want? We haven't yet. That's all I can say. We haven't yet. For as much as I like Dak, he's won 1 playoff game. One playoff game. And that got him a $160 million deal, which he's probably going to see every last cent of that, regardless of what all the other guarantees are, which they are immense. You know, you got a 1-year window, possibly 2-year window, for the Cowboys to put as much talent around Dak as possible, because that's the only way he's ever been successful, is to have all the talent, and if we have that talent, stay healthy. So if we can get all the guys who were hurt last year back, add guys to that, maybe you have a shot to be successful next year. And maybe you have somewhere around a 2-year window. After that, Dak does not have the talent to support the salary he's going to be getting. But that won't stop him from coming back in 3 years demanding more money. And now he has a no trade clause. Now he has no tag clause. So at the end of that 4 years, if they can't come to terms again, which is very likely, because if the Cowboys are 8-8 for the next 3 years, which is also, that's a high probability of that happening. And let's say Dak's numbers are great, but we're 8-8, 8-8, and 8-8. Well, Dak's just going to look at you, look right at Jerry, look right at Steven, and say, fuck you, pay me. Give me that $50 million. That's what I want. And they're going to be like, whoa. We can't. It's okay. I'll see you next year. Don't worry about it. I'll see you next year. And at the end of that 4 years, he's a completely free agent at age 31. And if he can keep the numbers up, he's going to go out in the open market and probably get $50 million a year. And by the way, Dallas will still be paying him for the 5th and 6th year voided deals, even if he takes off for a $50 million deal somewhere else. So you see how stupid this freaking deal is. But I will give it to you. That gives you about a 2-year window. And there better be a hell of a lot of winning in 2 years. Because after that, you're going to be looking at Dak wondering, what the hell are we paying for? That's the honest truth. That is more than likely what's going to happen. 95% probability of that happening. And honestly, I really do. Honestly, I hope I'm wrong. I hope he turns into Patrick Mahomes. All right. I hope he somehow gets a MVP season next year. I hope he's a Super Bowl MVP. Hell, I hope nothing but success for Dak. It's just I'm kind of a realist, and I don't see it. But I'm going to be hoping for it. Because that's all I can do as a fan, is hope. Because there's a hell of a lot of moves Dallas could have done. There's a lot of things they could have got accomplished in the quarterback realm. Instead, apparently the Jones family have no balls at all and decided to take this way out, give Dak everything he wants, and just cross your fingers and hope for the best. So that's all we can do, is hope for the best. Anyway, that's all I got. Good luck out there. Good luck, Cowboys. Hope we win it all next year. We'll see. I'll be back with some other crap later. Bye.